yeah, so I haven't made a video in a while. Uh, I've just been busy with life and school, and you know, the response to my last video has been pretty overwhelming. I didn't think that a video about my Canadian accent would get so many views, but thanks again to all the people who watched and gave me your comments and your opinions. It's been pretty interesting, like reading, different people's views. Some people think I do have a Canadian accent. Other people's don't. Other people don't. But yeah, some people have messaged me telling me like, well, there's no such thing as a Canadian accent. When I say Canadian accent, I mean the stereotypical Canadian accent that let's say Americans think we have. I realize, like I already said in the video, like there's different accents in different parts of Canada, but I wanted to know more about, like in general, like to an American, for example, or European, what they think of a Canadian accent, if I had that, because it's kind of interesting to know. Like, I always thought I had an American accent or something similar to the American TV broadcast type of accent. But, yeah, so I've just been chilling and a lot of work, university stuff. But, here I'm going to talk about probably something that's really important going on right now in both Canada and the US, the elections coming up. The Canadian election is on the 14th, which is this Tuesday, and I'm really excited because it's going to be my first time getting to vote. As far as my political views, I think I've already very much made it clear what my views are. I'm liberal. I'm voting liberal because, I've got liberal values and I've looked at the candidates and that's who I prefer. I prefer the liberal platform. I don't actually like Stephane Dion, personally. I think that we should, we can get a better leader of the party, but it's basically voting for, I guess, the party this time around, not the leader. Elizabeth May is really cool. I really like her, but I'm not gonna vote for the Green Party. It's just not where I'm at. But Canadians, honestly, vote. So many people my age don't vote, and there's really no excuse. Like, if you don't vote, you have no right to complain about anything. The U.S. election's also coming up. That is exciting too. Maybe even a bit more exciting than my own election, maybe because it's more historical. Plus, there's Barack Obama, who I support, obviously. If I'm a liberal, I'm not going to be voting, not going to be supporting the Republicans, but, and also, I mean, you know what, honestly, I'd consider the Republicans if, they weren't so backwards. I mean, I'm starting to realize how liberal Canada is in general, because even our conservatives are not that conservative. I think personally, I've watched the VP debates, I've watched the presidential debates, and I personally think that Sarah Palin is crazy. She's for women's rights? Okay, yeah. Women's rights, my ass. She's only gonna take away, she's only against, abortion rights in the case of incest and rape. But, expects, in her own state, women have to pay for their own rape kits. And also, honestly, I'll never understand the Republican platform, and even the Democratic platform, in general, the fact that they are so, it's so difficult for them to say that they support gay marriage, for example. I'll never understand how in any progressive society, any society that prides itself on being for equal rights, how they could be against gay marriage, because if you accept the fact that people are born differently and people have different sexualities and things like that, how could you ever deprive somebody of that right? It shouldn't be left up to the states. I think it should just be a federal thing where they basically say, you know what, I don't care, everybody should have the right to marriage in this country. Even if it's up to the states, I don't see why any individual state wouldn't grant that, that legal right. Maybe I'm just used to being in Canada where it's legal everywhere. I don't know, but I'll never personally understand the hesitance to allow people to get married to somebody that they love. So yeah, I personally think Sarah Palin, and also Sarah Palin. I'm not trying to, I don't know much about her, and I don't want to judge people, but she seems kind of not that smart, and she doesn't really know what's going on. It seems like she's been told what to say and that she doesn't personally know what to say. I heard that she got her first passport in 2006. Um, she's got no foreign policy experience, and even watching her debate, it looks so rehearsed. Like she doesn't personally know what's going on, whereas Biden looked like he knew what he was talking about. Uh, I just think that voting for McCain, even if you support McCain, is a very risky decision because, he's getting old, and, there's a chance that Palin might, you know, become president, and I think that's kind of scary personally, even as a Canadian. The U.S. is right beside us, and frankly, she terrifies the hell out of me. If I was an American, I'd be moving to Canada or like Europe if the Republicans won. And I was really into politics in 2004, and I remember watching that election. I think I cried when I saw Bush won again. I'll never understand it. In Canada, it would never have happened. There's no way in hell Bush would have been reelected a second time. It wouldn't have happened. Simple. But, yes, a lot of Americans see it differently, obviously. The majority voted for Bush, so, as much as I want Barack Obama to win, I've pretty much accepted that anything can happen, so, so that's my little rant, my little political rant. I just want to say, if you're Canadian or American, vote. You got a voice, vote. If you don't vote, you have no right to complain about anything. As much as I think McCain and Palin are just wrong for the world and for your country, America, I know most of the people watching this video are Americans, I still would like to see you vote. And it'd be kind of nice if everyone voted and the Democrats still won, so. But, I respect people's political views, and I've got friends of all different political backgrounds, so, I respect you. I just disagree with some people. Yeah, so, that's my little rant. That's my little vlog. It's been a long time, so I figure I make this an extra long vlog to make up for all of the times that I didn't make videos for the past year, so, yeah. Goodbye.